Dean Blandino, and he kind of runs the refs, right? Like he's in control of the NFL refs. Very, very interesting comment. And, everybody's just destroying the refs now. They're terrible. They're awful. We didn't used to say this 10 years ago about refs. In fact, I think we all believed 10 years ago that NBA refs were the worst, right? College football refs were awful. Major League Baseball umps were pathetic. But we were kind of okay with NFL refs. Suddenly, they just got really bad. That's what we think. So Dean Blandino said this yesterday, talking about the officiating this year statistically.
Our mistake rate isn't any different than it's been in years past, but we have had some high-profile situations, and people have more avenues to talk about those things.
Yep, didn't have blogs, didn't have sports radio to the level 20 years ago. Who did you complain to? Your wife? Now it's a national narrative. It's dialogue. It's discourse. Yelling, screaming on radio. Sports networks. You know how many sports networks there are now? 31. When I took a job at ESPN 12 years ago, all right? 12 years ago, just left, came to Fox. When I was first there 12 years ago, there were like 3, 4. Now there's 31. Tennis networks. There's networks about stuff I wouldn't watch, and I'm a sportscaster. It's a whole different world now. Technology has downsides. Snapchat, I've got teenagers, isn't just used for nice things. Okay? You do realize the internet is why porn produces $9 billion in revenue a year. There's a downside to technology, and the downside to the NFL replay, it's just too darn good. The replay is too good. Everybody laughed at me a couple of weeks ago when I said, was it last week that I said, instead of 30 cameras, knock it down to 18 cameras at NFL games? That is outrageous. Really? Since when do we get total transparency? Our government doesn't give it to us. You're not allowed to go into the emergency room and watch the surgery. You don't let your kids in your bedroom at night. We don't give anybody total transparency. Major League Baseball owners won't allow the players' union to see their books. That's the history of baseball and the players' union and the owners. There is no total transparency. Did you like football less in the 70s and 80s because you didn't see the mistakes by refs? There's too many cameras, and we're seeing too much. We have cameras in pylons. Like, you have too many cameras when you're putting them in the equipment on the field. It's like I always said about working out. If your neck gets bigger than your head, take a day off at the gym. Seriously, take a day off. Your neck's wider than your head. Your traps are too big. Just go on the couch and eat Pringles.